You've been lied to your entire life. They told you forgiveness is strength, that letting go makes you powerful, that if you don't forgive, you're the problem. But what if I told you that some forgiveness doesn't heal you? It destroys you. There are betrayals that don't deserve closure. They don't deserve understanding, and they definitely don't deserve access to your life ever again. The ancient Stoics understood this. They didn't preach blind mercy. They preached precision. Because forgiving the wrong person is not kindness. It's self-betrayal. There are 3 specific betrayals that if you forgive them, you don't become a better person, you become easier to destroy. And by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly who in your life has been quietly feeding on you, and why your good heart has been your biggest weakness. You've been trained to confuse intention with accident. Someone hurts you, and your first instinct is to defend them. They didn't mean it. They were stressed. They're going through something. No, stop. There's a difference between a mistake and a strategy, and if you don't learn to tell the difference, you will spend your entire life being used. The first betrayal you must never forgive is what I call the calculated extraction. This is not emotional, this is not impulsive. This is deliberate. It's when someone close to you, a partner, a friend, a business associate, plans your downfall in silence. They don't just wake up and hurt you. They prepare, they lie in advance. They create alibis, they manage perceptions. They study your trust and weaponize it. They look you in the eye, laugh with you, eat with you, all while knowing exactly what they're about to take from you. Your time, your energy, your loyalty, your resources. This is not betrayal driven by chaos. This is betrayal driven by calculation. And here's the part that breaks most people. They still forgive it. Why? Because the alternative is too painful. If you accept that it was calculated, you have to accept that the relationship was never real. You have to admit that you were not loved, you were leveraged. And that realization is brutal, so your mind creates a survival mechanism. It tells you, if I forgive them, I stay in control. If I understand them, I don't lose everything. If I love harder, I can fix this. No, you're not fixing anything. You're validating the behavior. When you forgive a calculated betrayal, you are teaching that person one thing: I am safe to exploit. You are telling them that the cost of hurting you is low, affordable, acceptable, repeatable, and they will repeat it, not because they hate you, but because you've proven that you'll tolerate it. This is why respect disappears. Not because you forgave, but because you forgave without consequence. The Stoics understood this deeply. They didn't waste time asking, why did this happen to me? They asked, what does this reveal about their nature? Because once someone shows you they can calculate your pain, you are no longer dealing with a partner. You are dealing with a predator. And predators don't change because of your kindness. They adapt to your tolerance. So what is the correct response? Not revenge. Revenge is emotional, and emotions are leverage. The correct response is something far more dangerous. Removal, cold, clean, final. You don't argue, you don't explain, you don't beg for closure. You observe the data, and you adjust your life accordingly. Because the moment you try to rebuild trust with someone who strategically broke it, you are building on rotted foundations, and that structure will collapse again every time. The first betrayal attacks your life. The second betrayal attacks your mind. This one is far more dangerous, because it doesn't just hurt you, it rewires you. This is the betrayal of reality. Modern psychology calls it gaslighting, but that word is too soft for what this actually is. This is psychological warfare. It begins subtly. You notice something is wrong. A lie, a contradiction, a shift, you bring it up. And instead of accountability, you get distortion. That never happened. You're imagining things. You're too sensitive. You always overreact. Now pause. Look at what's happening here. They didn't defend their behavior. They attacked your perception. This is not a defense mechanism. This is a strategy of control. Because if they can make you doubt your own mind, they never have to take responsibility again. And over time it works. You start second-guessing yourself. You replay conversations in your head. You question your memory. You hesitate before speaking. Eventually, you stop trusting yourself entirely. And when that happens, you become dependent on them to tell you what's real. This is the point where the power dynamic shifts completely. You are no longer an equal participant in the relationship. You are now mentally outsourced. Your reality is no longer yours. And here's the most dangerous part. You start defending them. To your friends, to your family, even to yourself. You say things like, they didn't mean it. I probably misunderstood. it's not that serious. But deep down, you know something is off. This internal conflict creates anxiety, confusion, mental exhaustion, and your brain, desperate for stability, chooses the easier path: denial. Because accepting the truth means losing the relationship, so instead, you lose yourself. This is what makes this betrayal so lethal. It doesn't just damage your trust in others, it destroys your trust in you. And once that's gone, everything becomes unstable. Your decisions, your boundaries, your identity. So what do most people do? They forgive. They say, let me be patient. Let me communicate better. Let me understand them. But understand this: you cannot reason with someone who benefits from your confusion. Every time you try to explain yourself, you give them more material to manipulate you with. You're not solving the problem. You're feeding it. So what's the solution? You anchor yourself in facts, not emotions, not their words. Facts: what happened?
What was said, what was done.
And then you make a decision based on reality, not their version of it. And then you leave, not dramatically, not emotionally, decisively. Because staying in a relationship where your reality is constantly rewritten is not loyalty, it's self-erasure. The first betrayal uses you, the second confuses you, but the third one erases you. This is the betrayal of essence. And it's the most dangerous because it doesn't feel like harm. It feels like love, it sounds like concern. It looks like protection, but it is none of those things. It is control. This happens when someone close to you, someone you trust, begins to subtly resist your growth. Not aggressively, but persistently. You start improving yourself. You become more disciplined, more focused, more ambitious, and suddenly they change. They question you. Why are you doing too much? You've changed. You're not the same anymore. I miss the old you. Listen carefully. That's not nostalgia. That's resistance, because your growth exposes their stagnation. Your discipline highlights their lack of it. Your ambition reminds them of what they're not doing. And instead of rising, they try to pull you back down. Not with force, but with emotion. Guilt, doubt, subtle sabotage. They distract you before important moments. They drain your energy. They plant seeds of insecurity. And slowly, you start shrinking. You talk less about your goals. You downplay your wins. You hesitate to evolve. Not because you cannot, but because it makes them uncomfortable. This is the moment most people fail, because they confuse loyalty with self-abandonment. They think, if I love them, I should stay. If I care, I should adjust. If I'm a good person, I shouldn't outgrow them. So they sacrifice their future to maintain a relationship. And years later, they regret it deeply, because they realize they didn't just lose opportunities, they lost who they were supposed to become. This is why this betrayal is unforgivable, because if you accept it, you are agreeing to your own limitation. You are choosing comfort over potential, and that decision compounds over time. Until one day, you wake up and you don't recognize your life. So what must you do? You must choose alignment over attachment. Not everyone is meant to grow with you. Some people are assigned to your past, not your future. And holding on to them is holding yourself back. This is where most people hesitate, because walking away feels cold. It feels harsh, it feels wrong. But understand this: you are not responsible for maintaining relationships that require your destruction to survive. Let them misunderstand you. Let them call you selfish. Let them rewrite the story. Because the moment you start living for your purpose, you will become the villain in someone else's comfort zone. And that's fine, because your life is not a performance, it's a construction, and you are the architect. Now ask yourself this: who in your life fits into these patterns? Who have you been over-forgiving at the cost of your peace, your sanity, your future? Be honest, because awareness without action is just delayed suffering. If this opened your eyes, don't ignore it. Most people will watch this and feel uncomfortable and go right back to the same people draining them. Don't be most people. If you're ready to take control of your mind, your boundaries, and your life, subscribe, because this is just the surface. There are deeper psychological truths that most platforms won't even allow to be said openly. And if you want access to those, step deeper, because the moment you stop being easy to manipulate is the moment your life actually begins.